Have you ever felt like manifestation is actually running away from you? Could be money, could be love, could be health. Kind of like you are trying and you're doing your best and you are doing everything that everyone tells you. And it's just like it's running away from you. I've tried it. And in this video, I'm going to share an idea that I actually learned back in 2012, and I learned it around sales. And it came to me the other day that this could be a great example of how manifestation is actually showing up or running away from you, from me, from all of us. So I'm going to share this idea with you in this video. And before I do that, when I in 2012, when I first heard of this idea, it was because I had tried so many years to create abundance and financial freedom in my life. And I hustled and I grinded. Let's say I ran very fast, and I ran because I wanted money. I wanted financial freedom. What happened was that I ended up in a $1.5 million debt. And I did that because I put money, and I also borrowed a lot of money and bought properties in the area I live in, the capital in my country. And then financial crisis came in 2008 and everything was turned around. And as I said, I ran so fast to manifest the money. It was just like it was always out of my hands. So in 2012, a lot of synchronicities showed up after I made a decision to solve the issue of me always running after money, of me always ending up without no money. Actually, this time a $1.5 million debt. So in 2012, one of the synchronicities that happened to me was not long after I made the decision. I was on a seminar in London. On that seminar, I felt again the inspiration, and inspiration is a very, very important word here, that I needed a coach. I needed someone that could help me, that could actually help me, so I could stop running that fast and feeling like I was just running after the money or running after the success or running after the results. I ended up with a very great businessman, a coach, and we worked together for 4 years. And not only that, we're still today in contact. We still are friends today. We became very good friends. So one example one day he gave me, and I heard other people saying this, which helped me so much. And this was when we speak about sales. I started a business in 2012 for the first time as an entrepreneur, my own business. And it was, again, synchronicities, but it was a cleaning business, a professional cleaning business. And actually yesterday, I think, or the day before, I just heard that in Skool, a couple of great people, they said this is actually a bit like Bob Proctor's story. And I didn't recall it or remember it at the time, but now I do. A friendly woman, she shared that Bob Proctor actually started with a cleaning business, and I was kind of like, this is fun. So I started with the cleaning business, and to start with that, one of the things, the first thing, I shared this in other videos too, the first thing that I needed to learn after 20 years as a business manager and growing successful companies, not my own, and it was in restaurant and cafe business. So I needed to learn one thing, and that was to sell. And here comes the manifestation. I wouldn't call it a trick. I wouldn't call it a tip. I won't call it anything else but this image that I'm sharing with you. Because I was desperate at the time of getting new contracts in. A new contract equals money. And I was chasing contracts. I was chasing new customers. I was chasing money. And I felt like I was, when you bike and the chain is off, I felt like I was just doing like this. Nothing happened. So one day, this friend, this coach at the time, business mentor of mine, he shared this image that I want to share with you here that helped me understand at that time selling, but also the difference between pushing or attracting. And this is where the manifestation thing came for me, where I said, okay, this could be a help for people to understand the difference. Pushing, I pushed, I grinded, I chased, or attracting. That was customers, that was money. But the same thing, if you have things that you want in your life, you want money and you try to chase it, or you want a better health and you try to chase it, or you want a loving partner and you try to chase it. I did that too. That's not for this video. I did that too, and I ended up, same thing as the $1.5 million debt, I ended up in a relationship that nearly destroyed my life. But it was also the biggest gift. That is why I'm here sharing my story with you. So back to on track here. Chasing or attracting? The image that he told me, he said, okay, so imagine that you have a carrot in your hand, carrot in your hand, and in front of you there's a rabbit, and you want to give the carrot to the rabbit. I think you got the picture, right? So, as he said, as I remember it, he said, okay, if you want to bring the carrot to the rabbit, and you run after, like you chase the rabbit, what will happen? What will the rabbit do? Right? It'll run away. And this was about selling. Like I said, this was me growing my company. And I began to understand, okay, if I'm just pushing it, the potential customers, they will run away. Nobody likes that push, or at least not many people like the push. So I had to learn, of course, there will be some kind of contact, there will be some kind of things, but instead of pushing it through, how can we, again, if you got the carrot, if you run after the rabbit will run away. So what will you do? He asked me that question, and I said, obviously, I would make the carrot as attracting as possible, as visible, as great smelling, as beautiful, as delicious as everything it can be. And I'll make sure somehow that the rabbit will catch that there's a carrot. And then I'll step away. And when I step away and the carrot is calm and easy, the rabbit is calm and easy and not nervous anymore, the rabbit will probably take small steps towards the carrot. Right? So for me, that image helped me so much to actually grow my cleaning company to 60 people and pay off the $1.5 million debt. And after that, with the same thing in mind, I created, or actually the last couple of years, because the business went so well and I wanted to coach and inspire other people, I created solo me a coaching funnel, and took me like a couple of hours actually to write the ads and all of this. It took me not much more than that. I created a coaching funnel from the same principle that actually grew into a 50K a month business for me. Same principle, not chasing, but leaving the carrot there and then stepping back and let not the rabbits but the potential clients read the ad and say, wow, this is me. So maybe you already seen the image in your head or you feel it now, because the thing I started with was you try to manifest, but it's like you run even faster and you're just trying to catch up. It's like your universe is just running away with the money, is running away with the love, is running away, and everything you're trying to do, you just get exhausted. Makes sense. So what if it's the same thing as the example with the carrot and the rabbit and my selling? What if it's the same thing with manifestation? What if we try too hard, and I've seen this so many times, if we try too hard, if you try too hard to make something succeed, it will, just like that soap, it will just be, you will try to grab it all the time, and it's just, you're losing it all the time. Makes sense? So instead, if you don't chase it, but you know what you want, and instead of having that urge inside to run after it, and that urge from my perspective, and from the people I've helped with this, that urge inside, if it's the chase energy, there's some kind of fear underneath that. And that's why I ended up with a $1.5 million debt. That's why I chased this woman and I ended up in not a marriage, but a 6-year relationship that destroyed me, or the old parts of me, because I chased it and there was so much fear inside. So what do we do instead? And that's exactly, this is for the people in the manifestation community. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to join us, there's a link below this video. Because what I learned back then, and I just got reminded of this, that's why I'm sharing it with you here, is that if I just run without pausing and without figuring out what's going on inside of me, my thoughts, my emotions, because they create the actions, my identity, that's the paradigm that creates my reality. So if I just run without actually figuring out what is the program that is controlling my reality, well, the same thing keeps showing up again. Loss of the woman, loss of the money, all of these things. So the first step for me at that time was actually to begin to look inside and begin to learn how to be calm with myself. And that's a process. It's not like a one-day magic trick and everything will just be perfect tomorrow. It's an ongoing process. So if you have done the 7-day manifestation reset challenge, this is an invitation to just keep on doing it. Because this is how we will change the results. This is how you change the results in your life. And the 7-day manifestation reset challenge, it's very simple. It's 7 days with the things that I actually started with at that time. What's going on inside, and learning to become one with oneself and understand the triggers, the mechanisms, the energies, the things going on inside oneself, and being with that. So the 7 days are not new strategies. It's not like hustle and grinding or anything. It's the opposite. It's actually you getting to know yourself, know thyself, right? And with that, more calm, better energy, and actions from that. And it's also easier, that's what I've learned, to listen to and observe the synchronicities when they show up, when we are calm. When I was stressed, when I was in that mode of desperation and frustration, the only thing that I could see was desperation and frustration. The only things that showed up in my life was things that created frustration and desperation inside of me, until I shifted or transformed or let go, or whatever you want to call it, those energies. So I hope this helped. And if you want to check out, the challenge is free, the community is free. If you want to check it out, there's a link below this video. And if this resonates with you, you're more than welcome to join us. We are growing nice and easily, and it's beautiful people in there. The energy is beautiful, so you're more than welcome. Thank you for being here.